For years, I've been saying, when people say, who are some people you'd like to interview you haven't interviewed in the 13, 14 years you've been doing Dateline, I always include this gentleman here, Ray Charles. So it gives me a great kick, Ray, to be sitting here talking with you.
That's sweet. Thank you.
And you know why I wanted to talk with you? Because I've seen you on interviews, and I think you are truly one of the beautiful people.
Oh, that's...
Such a great philosophy.
Oh boy, you're really blowing me up here, but I really appreciate that.
I mean,
I really do. That's very kind. Well, I try to be, whatever I'm doing, if I'm doing an interview or if I'm doing something on stage, it's important to be natural, you know, and that way you don't have to try to remember, you know, you just, the simplest thing is to be yourself.
Yes. You know, that's the secret to television, and thank goodness some of us had training along the way that we learned that.
Yeah,
and we're grateful for it. You know, I was at your opening at the Fairmont Hotel, Ray, and when the curtain went up, all these musicians we had never seen before. You bring your own cats with you, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I have to do that.
Always do that.
Yeah, always, everywhere I go, because I want a certain thing. And I'm very fussy about music. I really am, you know. And although many places may have a house band, the problem is, even in spite of the fact that they can be very good, when you have someone who works with you all the time, it's the same. It's a teamwork. It's the same as when players, basketball players, or baseball players, or football players, when they play together all the time, they know each other. They know if somebody moves a finger, what that means. If I do my shoulder, like, they know. But it's the same thing, you know, having your own band. The musicians get to the point where they know every movement you make. They know what it means. And you just can't get that if you use a house band when you go in. And although the band may be excellent, you understand the difference?
Sure, I understand perfectly well. Because I think we all get used to working with certain people no matter what we're doing.
Right.
And the vibes are good, and we kind of read one another.
Right.
Ray, I wonder if it's ever occurred to you, of course, I think people know by now that you lost your vision at the age of 7. And I wonder, have you ever thought about the fact that if you hadn't had that adversity to overcome, that maybe you wouldn't be the genius talent that you are today?
Well, sweetheart, I think that in my own mind, I believe that in a sense, which and to put it another way, you're sort of saying, well, look, do I think that my blindness contributed to my you know, my career, and particularly to the successful part of it?
Well, I mean to the determination and that.
I'm not sure, honey, because I think that as much as I loved music, even before I lost my sight, when I was 3 years old, and I really remember when I was 3. It sounds, you know, a little phony, but it's the truth. I remember quite well when I was 3 years old, and I loved music then. And before I lost my sight, I mean, that was the only thing I really loved. I've always loved it, always. There's never been a time when I didn't really feel very close to music, as though it was like my liver, my kidney or something, you know what I mean? So I do believe that whether had I been able to see, I don't think it really would have made much difference.
You would have worked just as hard.
I really do, because I love music that well. I would play music for nothing. I really would.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
Well, I've done a lot of it, honey. I might as well tell you right now. I have done an awful lot of work, you know, where and actually it was for a cause, but of course we did it for free, and I enjoyed it. And of course, in my early career coming up, we played a lot of jobs, and the promoter went away with the money. I didn't see no bread, you know. So I had a few bad moments in my life, but I loved music. We used to go to jam sessions. I'd get off from a job at, say, 1 o'clock at night, and maybe go to another club and sit in with the band until 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ray, is it true? Did you really try to sound like Nat Cole?
I tried my utmost, honey. I really, because I
loved it. Were you good at it?
I was very good. As a matter of fact, I was too good at it because, you know, I got to the point, well, I shouldn't say I was too good. I think I was so good that because I was good, it made me think, you know, the people caused me to think. They would say, you know, Ray, you know, you just sound like Nat Cole. I can't tell the difference. And I heard that so much. You sound just like Nat Cole. Oh my goodness, you sound like Nat Cole. I wouldn't know. And then I began to think, well, for heaven's sake, you know, nobody is saying anything about me.
Ray, I've got another question for you.
Okay.
Because I've heard that you are a great flying enthusiast. You love airplanes.
Right.
Do you ever get up in the cockpit and
Yes,
beside
I have sat beside my captain, and of course he has all the ratings and everything. But and I think I learned enough. I've tried to teach myself enough about it that if and I really mean this would really have to be one of those die-hard emergencies where something would have happened and I have two pilots and I can't really see this happening. But if it did, I really think that I could probably get the plane to the ground without killing myself. I think I have enough knowledge about flying to be able to do that.
In other words, you just have them talk you in from the tower.
Yeah, I mean, if the guy in the control tower, if he's sharp enough, I think I could handle it in such a way that I would get it down, which is the most important thing.
Well, after all, in Airport 1975, the stewardess is flying the 747. You seen that film, Ray?
No, but I'm certainly going to. I want to see this.
Yeah, she's flying the 747. Ray, it has been such a pleasure to meet you and to have this chance to talk with you.
Oh, thank you, darling.
And continued good luck to you.
Bless you, baby. Thank you. That's sweet.